Pocket aces on the button. This player's thinking it through here. Middle position. He limps. We're going to isolate 5x. Folds around. He calls. 7, 8, 10. Middle and flop. We're going to go for value here. A little bit bigger because it's going to hit his range. We're going to continue barreling here on the 7. It's a pretty good card for us. Queen on the river. We're just going to shove right into this guy. It looks like, well, maybe 3/4 pot. A little bit less. A little bit less. Boom. 38 bigs. He calls with an 8. Okay, pocket 10s off. Middle position limps. We're going to isolate 5x. Folds all the way around. He calls. Deuce 9, 3 flop. He donks into us. Going to go ahead and think. Okay, we're going to make the call. Nope, we're going to raise. Nope, we make. Okay, 5 on the turn. He checks to us. Decision to make here, whether we're going to barrel into him or check back. Full 3/4 pot. See it? Okay, he calls on the turn. 5. A lot of times you're going to see like ace-4 here or a pair of 3s. I would suspect maybe 6s, 7s, 8s, maybe a really bad 9. Although leading the 9 doesn't happen too often. Okay, looks like we're contemplating a raise here or a shove. Okay, we elect to go small pot. About a half pot bet here, a little less. Okay, he's just thinking, pondering away here. I think if he's got a 9, he's going to have to call. Okay, he calls. Pocket 10s. Okay, we got ace-5 suited on the button here. Hold it around to us. Looks like we got some action on some other tables. Okay, we open 2.5 big blinds. We get a quick call out of the big blind. Okay, we flop middle pair with top kicker, backdoor flush draws, backdoor straight draws. I think it's a pretty good spot for go for a value bet. We're gonna get called by lots of overcards. 3s, 4s, ace-4, ace-3, stuff like that. Ace-X. Okay, we get check raised here. Now we have a decision to make. Obviously, we can call, we can fold. Shoving's not really an option. Although on a dry board like this, and given his stack size, I suspect he does not have an overly strong hand very often. We go ahead and make the call, which I think is pretty standard in that particular spot. There's lots of random gut shots he can be check raising here. Maybe like a deuce X, he could be check raising. We have the 5, so he's not going to be check raising that. And I don't think very often he's going to be check raising deuces, 5s, or 9s on such a dry board. Certainly possible, but given his stack size and how dry it is, it's likely that we would continue barreling. So a lot of the time he's just going to be check calling those hands. And then when he checks on the turn here, I think it's pretty clear that we have the best hand most of the time. However, if we do bet here, it's hard to make the best hand. And then on the river here, he elects to just 1.5x shove the river on the deuce of clubs. So it's possible he has 6-8 that he checked the turn with. It's possible he has a hand like deuce 3 suited, deuce 4 suited, ace 2 suited that is now just got there on the river. But then he has a bunch of just random like overcard hands that he can be doing this with. He doesn't have a whole ton of value unless he just got there. He shows 10-3. We make the hero call, take it down. Okay, pocket aces here in the small blind. Under the gun folds. Cutoff's thinking about it here. Still thinking about it. Makes a raise to 2.5. Pretty standard here. We're just going to make a 3-bet. Sometimes we go 11, sometimes we go 10, sometimes we go 11.5, 12. It all depends on the fish or the player we're up against. So we go big. The 10 big, or sorry, we go a bit standard, I guess, 10x. Case thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and continuing to think. Still pondering here. Okay, he makes the 4-bet 23 bigs. Now, obviously, we have an option to call or shove. We'll see what we decide to do. You can definitely call aces here. We do like to shove. I think players are not 4-betting light enough. So I think shoving the aces is generally should be your go-to. He does like to call with pocket queens. Not much either player can do. Double sets on the flop. Money's going in no matter what happened there. Run it twice. First board's good. Second board even better. And we take it down. Okay, we got pocket deuces under the gun. We open, got 2 callers. Flop comes out deuce 7-5. And you can elect to check here sometimes as well, given that you're under the gun range. All your overcards have missed, but pretty standard spot to barrel here. They're going to have a lot of hands they're continuing with, especially on the button and the small blind calling. Lots of pocket pairs and suited connectors mixed in there. So we bet flop. He calls, barrel turn. He calls. Queen of clubs on the river. Now we have a decision to make. Do we want to check? Do we want to shove? Do we want to bet small for value? This guy's a 61% VPIP, so I think I would like to just shove here, but we'll see what happens. Pondering, pondering. Okay, we're down to half pot. Half pot, quarter pot, 3/4 pot. So shove. Nope. Shoving. Are we gonna shove? Oh my lord. Shoves it in. I like the shove. Okay, take it down and in the hand.